I'm Nyesha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
Good morning and welcome to the challenge. We've asked our chairman of the Charter Revision Commission here in the city of Hartford to come back. The capital city of the state of Connecticut, Charter Revision, the operating instructions, if you will, the Constitution for our city, is being changed during this year's general public election. And we wanted to know from the chairman, what things we ought to be aware of and what kinds of things are coming up that we should be engaged in this democracy, and why we ought to be paying particular attention to the ballot this time around. Chairman, good to see you again.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Now tell us, I know we didn't have a chance to spend as much time as we'd hoped the last time we talked about charter revision, but this is it's on the ballot in the general election this year. We need to come out and we need to vote on this. And first of all, thank you for your work, and those who are on the commission with you, thank you for your commitment to the community and the work that you continue to do. If nobody else tells you, man, I think it's quite, I'm honored, frankly, and it's a privilege to have you here on the show this morning.
Well, thank you. It's my honor to be here, and again, knowing your history and your work in the community, I really appreciate what you have done. You've led some of our organizations. You really have been outspoken on some of the issues around justice and equality and fairness in this community, and I think that that's part of why I got involved with the Charter Revision. I want to thank the appointed authorities who appointed me. City Council and President of the Council, Mr. Wooden. And I also want to thank the other 10 members of the Charter Revision. We met for a long time. We met quite often. They all sacrificed some of their time and family responsibilities and stuff. So, it's something that really people don't always appreciate. Absolutely. It's a volunteer organization. We did not get paid.
That's right.
This is really just something that we did on our civic responsibility. And we had some good comments. And one of the things that happens is that when you have a committee like that, I tell you, the only thing that was quite interesting is that out of 11 members, I think we had 7 attorneys on the committee. So it's always quite interesting when you work with.
I can't even imagine.
Oh, man.
7 attorneys, oh my goodness.
Believe me.
Long sessions.
So, it was quite a...
Lots of arguments, I'm sure.
Quite a bit of discussion. And one of the things that I think that, and I've always tried to carry myself and my service, is that we had different points of view.
Sure.
We came from different angles.
Sure.
We all didn't get the things that we want. I would have wanted a probably what I may consider a more aggressive recommendations in terms of the makeup of city council and the structure, the makeup of the Board of Education. There's some things that I might have wanted, but at this point, the public has an opportunity to vote yes or no on 3 questions, and I support those recommendations that we made, and I would hope that the residents come out. If they are not aware of what those questions are, what they mean, there will be some explanatory notes at the polls. You can call town clerk's office. You can get more information. We've tried to explain and clarify some of those issues. But unfortunately, this is the process of commissions, and I think political activity in Hartford is that people like to complain and like to talk about what you're not doing and really don't know or get involved in the beginning or ask the right questions to direct us to try to address their issues. I've been in office, and I've said for a long time that it's more than just election time and getting out to vote. It really is about education. But education is not only about the officials going out and making a spin on something or giving a positive spin on an issue. Education is about having them challenge us as to what do you mean by this. Having a challenge in terms of if you say you're going to do this, when are you going to do it? What are you going to do? What the effects of these things are going to be? So as we met for over a year on a charter revision, we didn't get a lot of public input, a lot of public response to it. We did get some, and it's usually when there's a controversy. We know how to react to controversies. We know how to react when when there's a sense of something's going to be taken away from you.
Right.
But we don't really we're not proactive in terms of these are the needs of our community,
yes,
and this is what we need to do. We have issues around unemployment, education, justice, equality, mental health. We have a lot of issues.
Absolutely.
The charter is one piece about operating of our city government. It's about the constitution of our city government. But throw the charter aside for a minute, regardless of what it is. How are we going to hold our elected officials responsible for the kind of things we need in our community,
absolutely,
so that we can see some positive development?
Absolutely.
And so I encourage people to get out and vote, whether you agree or disagree, register to vote, and show the officials, all of us who want to be a part of public service, show us that you're willing to come out and hold us more accountable.
Absolutely. Well said. I mean, I don't know how to add to that. Quite frankly, I think that our democracy, if you will, people are losing confidence in it because they don't seem to think that it works. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I think that has been demonstrated by you and those who worked on the charter revision is that democracy can work, that you can, in spite of your different backgrounds, your different perspectives, your different experiences, that you can come together and create something that helps the process along. Mm-hmm. It's a progressive process, it would seem. I know everything couldn't be covered within 3 questions. And I also know that charter revision is expected to be looked at least every 10 years. So
within 10 years, I mean,
right,
by 10 years, if
right,
you haven't done it, you have to
right,
do it. But within 10 years. So in a sense that whether these questions get passed or not, there's a city council election coming up, I believe, in 2015. Which will start next year in terms of the campaigning.
Sure.
And if people are concerned about what the constitution of the city of Hartford is, ask those kind of questions for the candidates that's run. Ask specific questions. Do you support campaign financing? Do you support the election or the appointment of registered voters? Do you support the salaries of our mayors and treasurer? How will you reduce unemployment in our city? How do city residents get jobs? What are you going to do about the mental health status? Ask these questions and give them a report card. Ask for some solution-oriented avenues from these folks with a timeline. So ask them the questions before, and if you are concerned about the charter, ask them would they form a charter commission in 2015 to look at whether or not our recommendations, the 2002 charter issues, which is currently law, ask them whether or not they're willing to change that. And not only ask them if they're willing to change it, make suggestions as to how you want them to be changed.
Absolutely. I think that's how democracy should work. There's often a question about, and I know lots of people wonder whether or not even those people who we've elected as representatives for us even understand how the specific offices, the specific departments within city government actually are supposed to work.
Yeah.
And whether or not they're working in our best interest, and whether or not they're working as efficiently as possible. Mm-hmm. So you guys have tried to address that, and again, I applaud your work. I applaud all the work that all of those who have participated in the commission have done. My sincere hope is that people will participate in this general election. They'll come out. We'll continue to try to do what we can here on the challenge to make certain that people get this message. This is grassroots internet-based TV. We are creating a platform that hopefully folks can walk around on their cell phones and take a look at, and not spend a long time trying to figure out what it is that they need to be paying attention to.
Okay.
Listen, It's been a pleasure.
I love to
Pleasure.
come back. You know, my background in social work and issues with youth and violence prevention and mental health. I love to talk to you about my thoughts on what we need to do here in Hartford.
We're going to hold you to that, Chairman.
All right.
We want you back.
Okay.
You know, we need you to come back,
I
quite frankly.
appreciate it.
And this will be the first of hopefully very many times that you'll come back and contribute to what we're trying to do here at accesstv.org.
And I want to thank you for this opportunity. And I think that, you know, I'm an older person, and with the technology and with, like you say, you know, people walking around on the cell phone, I really appreciate what you and your producers trying to do here, where our community really needs to be made more aware of
Absolutely.
this process to get the information. And so in the future, we can get information out earlier so that people can really understand what's really happening.
Fantastic.
So thank you.
Absolutely. You've heard it. We want to again thank Representative Ken Green. I still think of him as my representative, quite frankly, and I think he did yeoman's like work there too. And you know, guy who is tireless, man. I don't even know where he gets all the energy from, quite frankly. Thank you, Representative Green, Chairman Green, for your contribution to this morning's show. Thank you, the viewers, for tuning in, and remember, be blessed.